setting up businesses. Experts in technology believe that today's businesses grow faster if they adopt technology because technology has the ability to improve efficiency and profitability.
So on the show today, our focus is on how small businesses can take advantage of the digital landscape in growing their businesses. And to do justice to this, we have with us in the studio Mr. Gabriel Eze. He is a product designer and founder of Touchable Pictures, a technology company that develops AI systems using computer vision. You're welcome to the studio.
Thank you very much. Good to be here.
I like how techie guys always act like they know better than everyone else. You know, like I'm AI, I'm this, and then they have this. They have this.
Part, though. He looks unassuming.
Let me tell you one thing about techies: t-shirts.
Oh yeah, check.
T-shirts.
Check.
Always.
Check.
Jeans.
Check.
I'm not wearing t-shirt or jean.
Well, that's
close.
They
All right, so Gabriel Eze, as we said, is the founder of Touchable Pictures, technology company that develops AI systems using computer vision. Whenever I have to talk about anything in tech, I usually just love to understand how they think and what they do. Now, we'll talk about company and your role in SMEs and startups. But please explain what your company does.
Okay, so like... let's say you see a picture of a very nice item on Instagram and you would like to buy it.
Buy?
Yeah. Let's say you want to know what it is or buy it, whatever. You just want to know, not just information. I mean, if you want to buy it. But if you want to style with that item,
okay,
we could take that picture in, process it, and then we'll give you like, let's say a style layout. For instance, if it was a shoe, we'll tell you what matching dress will go with it. What matching eyeglass?
Oh, really?
Stuff like that. Yeah, but if you want this specific item, we could also tell you maybe different stores where you can buy it.
Wow.
Yeah.
That's really cool.
He has a cheesy smile.
Yeah, he's smiling like... You know where I've seen that? On one of the big stores. I think Alibaba.
Yeah, they have it.
Yeah, they have that.
Yeah.
They have that. Because I remember I was pretending... I always window shop on those stuff. I always go there and act like I want to buy down the place, and then I don't buy anything. So there was a feature where they tell you to snap what you want, like if it's a pair of headphones.
Yeah.
And then there's a search, and then it comes up. Yeah, we immediately said that. That just came to mind.
Exactly that.
So you're bringing that to Nigeria?
Yes.
Do we have that already, or are you like the first person?
Well, even before Alibaba introduced it, we already have it. But at this stage, it was still private beta. And yeah.
Wonderful.
Thank you.
Now, you've told us about what your company does. Could you describe yourself as an entrepreneur and how was starting out for you?
Yeah, I could describe myself as an entrepreneur because when I was younger, I'm not always satisfied with what I have.
Okay.
So with the small pocket money, I mean primary school, I get. On Saturdays, I still go to the stadium to sell soft drink for those who come to watch football matches. So
nice.
I think
You've always been enterprising.
Yes, sir.
Wonderful.
Yeah.
So how did you start this particular business you have now?
Touchable Pictures.
Yeah.
Okay. I was 2011 was when it started. Okay. I built an Instagram clone at the time, but it did not work out for me. Like it didn't blow. So during my reflection period, I stumbled on a woman. We were talking, and then she said, "How come you techies cannot do something that when I see something in a picture I like, I could touch it and it tells me what it is and where you can buy it?" So that was the inflection point for me. When she said that, my brain just went out of my head, and I started thinking about it. As at then, I didn't know what AI is.
Yeah.
But that moment of thought got me thinking, researching, and then I stumbled on computer vision, something called OpenCV. I started digging deep, and then I realized this is the solution I should use to solve this problem for her.
We'll get back to the basic point, but out of curiosity, this is a personal question. Does it connect to augmented reality?
No, they are not related.
Okay.
Yeah. So it's more like giving a camera the ability of the human eyes. So for you to see an object and recognize it, the eye sees it, but the brain processes the image your eye see and tells your eye that this is something. So this is giving your camera that same ability. That's why it's called computer vision. AI is broad.
Yeah, it is.
But
it really is.
Our specific interest is computer vision.
Wonderful.
Yes.
Very actually.
So funding. First of all, creating an Instagram clone, was that not a crime, my brother?
No, it's not. Majority of the code you use to build any software are already open sourced.
Okay.
So, and even when they are not open sourced, you're allowed to use them freely, but with attribution. So basically, use it and then you say,
You
give credit. Yeah, I get
Yeah.
it. Did you give credit at the time?
Yeah.
Okay. Yeah.
Why are you
Just-
asking under?
It's
No,
a-
no, like in case if his answer was gonna be no,
Yeah.
so that he answered,
It's a failed startup, so regardless, it doesn't matter. That startup failed and metamorphosed into Touchable.
what you have now.
Yeah.
Yes.
Out of curiosity, how many times did you have to go through that process of trying something and failing?
I can't really say exactly, but it's a lot. I used to refer to myself as the CEO of Failure Incorporated because I've gone through like a lot of processes. You know, prior to even getting funding for Touchable last year, we had gone through a lot. Like my friends who knew me in 2011, when they see me in 2012, it's a different startup. 2013, a different startup. So each year they keep asking me, which one are you coming up with this year?
Nice.
So yeah, I failed a lot and I've been quite successful as well in a few. Yeah.
Okay. Now,
Interesting.
speaking about technology, IT, ICT, and all of that, tech itself, why is it not I don't want to say African because many African countries are waking up. Why is it not a Nigerian thing? You see, in the previous hour, Gabby and I were talking about how much people burn on data, just consuming content on the internet. 114 million, according to the NCC, for February. You know, and you know, you must admit, many of your friends subscription, this and that,
Yeah.
but we spend a large part of that time on social media, social networking. So why do we have a lot of people using internet services, but few people in tech in Nigeria?
But before I respond to that, let me also say there is a kind of dark data about usage that is not made public because it is considered sensitive.
Okay.
A good percentage, up to I was going to comment, but there was no way for me to comment when I heard you on air.
Yeah.
So people know what is eating their data. They are just not being truthful to themselves.
Okay.
He had to put that out there. Yeah.
He had to
Had to put it
basically
out there.
Okay,
Yeah.
so
now
why,
you can go ahead.
Why do we have that much focus or attention or
Yeah.
reception for going into tech? You know, learning coding or whatever. You know, as much as we're burning on whatever we're doing for our enjoyment, we're learning a skill as well.
Yeah, there are two reasons I could lay my hands on responsible for that. One of them is the real sector of the Nigerian economy is still largely informal and less techy. Like it's still very informal. And no matter how much hype we have or activities in the tech space, the people who should move the space forward, that's the businesses, they are not there yet. There is growth, but it's still very slow. I know the numbers are there to support it, but it's still very slow. Last year, web payment, the volume of web payments or the value of web payment was 404 billion naira.
Wow.
And if you look at the people who, they are repeat transactions. So there are not a lot of persons doing that, even though there's a lot of money.
Yeah.
So yeah, that's one. Then the second one is education. No matter how kind of open resources are for you to learn how to code, it still boils down to basic things like communication. A lot of, or most developers I know, they could do the job, but they can't do the business. So they end up pissing off the person who should give them money.
Very true.
So education and then the informal sector. It's gradually moving with WhatsApp, Facebook. They are making moves like I hear things like Facebook for business, Google for business.
Yeah, there's a lot of that these days. Yeah.
We have some guy who used to come here every Thursday, talk about what Facebook is doing with the hubs in Port Harcourt and different parts of Nigeria. So it's slow, but then it's happening.
Yeah. So what are some of the maybe tech tools that businesses, especially in Nigeria, can use to enhance their business experience?
Yeah, the most important thing I think today that anyone can use to improve their business is something called stories. Instagram stories. On WhatsApp it's called WhatsApp status.
Okay.
On Snapchat it's also called stories. So stories are like personal, but they are a subtle way of making your business visible out there. It's designed for a personal experience, but most businesses are converting this into ways of increasing visibility. Now, you may not sell that day, Your status expires in 24 hours. Refresh it every day. It doesn't take time before somebody contacts you. There was this thing you posted some time ago. You've impressed in them. That's what people pay billions of naira for. But small businesses could use stories to constantly and consciously expose their business to their contact. Now, the person you are showing it may not be the person to buy it. Referral marketing still works hugely in Nigeria.
Yeah, it does.
When somebody says, I want to build a website, I know this guy, and that I know this guy came from seeing something on your status. So businesses should use that. Then the second one is payment. You don't need to own a bank account to start receiving payment for your business. You know, this thing called GG, OLX and the rest, they work for real. Even if you don't sell that year, the mistake most small businesses make is that they think maybe if you post something today, somebody should call you today. It takes a while for the information to index and distribute across the web. So you may start getting calls like after 6 months or 1 year. And then the more content you push, the more it persists and the more visibility you get. So I think stories is one. And then these things are free. Once you have your phone and your internet, you can sign up and do these things. So no cost at all.
Unrelated, you realize GG and OLX have merged, right?
Yes.
Yes, I just heard that, and it was shocking to my bones. Anyways, how accepting are we of the tools? Like for stories, when I check people's stories, you have few people using it for
business.
For business, but a lot of people use it for personal stuff. Are people accepting to use that particular tool for business as they should be?
Well, two things. If you are always selling, like every time you post is buy, it's irritating. So there has to be a balance between your personal stories and also the things you sell. And then there's something called content marketing, where you're not exactly selling a product. You are posting things of value. So maybe how to protect your laptop from antivirus. It's an open information, but someone can like, I get the point, but can you help me?
Yeah.
And then you sell a service. So content is what people should focus on.
So it's subliminal. You're not literally saying buy this, but then you're giving them reason why they need.
Yes.
Yes.
And that works all the time?
It works all the time.
Amazing.
So like I was going to talk about Paymat, which is like a trust management system for non-trusting entities. So a lot of us like it. A survey I took, about 30% of respondents say they've been defrauded online. So you see something on Instagram, I like it. The person will say, send money, I'll send it to you. You send money, number gone.
Yeah.
So things like that, I believe, can help small businesses as well. Sort of sell to people who will not walk into your store. Because when we talk about digital landscape, there are like 3 components that make up the digital landscape. The first one is the e-business, which is hello world, I'm here. This is my office. Come, let's talk business. The second one is e-infrastructure, which is where the smartphones, the internet, the POS are. And then the third one is the e-commerce, which is the one I just mentioned. So I think it's more of education, and programs like this are designed to help people learn more about the digital landscape.
All right. So there are so many downsides. You mentioned one already, which is obviously the fear of being scammed, if you're going to do business or have a transaction online, right? Yeah. So as a business person, knowing that these tools are readily available, how can a business person, curtail how much these negative downsides affect his or her business?
I'm not sure how to respond to that. Can you rephrase?
Yeah, I mean, of course, when someone says, I want to buy this, but I'm not sure if you're scam or not. So how then does a business person convince his or her market or target market that, look, I'm real as can get, using, obviously, technology? Yeah,
that's where I just mentioned the product I just built recently, paymat.com.ng, mypaymat.com.ng. So it's a trust management escrow service. I don't need to trust you, but we need a third party, an escrow system that says, hey, you want to buy this? Put the money here for me. Let me be sure you can buy this stuff, first of all. People post and say serious buyers only. Yeah. So put the money to show me you're a serious buyer. I will send it to you. And once you confirm that you've received it, the money is released to you. So trust is not something, there's no two ways about it. You will need a third party to negotiate that transaction.
All right, 6 minutes on the clock. We can take one call or two. I think we already have a comment on WhatsApp, if I'm not mistaken. We're talking to Mr. Gabriel, I believe, Eze. Who is the founder of Touchable Pictures. And he's told us a lot, the tech ecosystem growth of small businesses right here in the Niger Delta and, of course, in Nigeria. If you have any thoughts, comments, contributions, 084-461-923, 081-813-26456, 080-959-75764, and 081-813-26597. You can send your messages to WhatsApp as well.
0809-030-6416. Or you can tweet at us at Nigeria Info PH.
Please turn off your radio as you call us. Hello? Hello?
Hello.
Yeah, good afternoon.
Good afternoon.
What's your name?
My name is Stanley.
All right, Stanley, talk to us.
Yes, I need to thank Gabby as a dear. We were in school together. I appreciate what he's doing, but I came down from Lagos. I need to meet him if he's in Port Harcourt. Maybe he could drop his number.
He can't drop his number, but he will drop his social handles.
Fine. Anyway, I can reach him.
Yeah. All right. Thank you very much.
Yeah.
Well, Gabriel, you seem to have quite the fan base. It's all good.
Thank you.
Okay, so 4 minutes on the clock. There are speculations, and it's gone beyond speculation, really, because it's happening. The technology is gradually taking people's jobs. What are your thoughts on this? I wouldn't ask you if it's true or not, because I already know it's true. But how would you react to that?
It's partially true.
Okay.
So I will just give you a small maybe analogy of how the dynamics of how tech displaces job. So if you remember when, let's say in the first industrial revolution, when cars were made, prior to them, people traveled by horse.
Yeah.
And then people were saying that the horse cannot travel long distances. Let's make a car. And then they made a car. But then the car brings a new problem to the society. Car accidents, high cost, stuff like that. So
pollution, many things.
Yeah. When you have technology solving a problem, it's going to displace something, but at the same time it creates new jobs, like AI, for instance. AI is something that creates myriads of jobs: data science, annotators, people whose job is just to get data and annotate it correctly prior to training the AI model. So, and that is just at the production level. At the utility level, you have doctors who could use it. You could have a new kind of doctors whose job is to process data that current doctors are churning out every day from their work. So it does displace some jobs, but it creates new ones.
Yeah,
a lot more.
Does it create more? Yeah, that's I'm glad you said a lot more, because you already answered the question I was going to ask. Does it create more than it takes? Because let's imagine a factory of 50 workers. Put one robot in there. It will do the job of 200 people. So 50 people have lost jobs. One person controls the robot.
The robot can still not replace most of the industrial process. I mean, something as recent as Tesla tried to fully automate their car production, and they have what they call production hell. So basically things like slight alignment of the window. I mean, when you join the door to frame, clients were complaining, so they had to completely scrap the robots and replace. So that time is coming, but I don't think we are under threat at the moment.
Well, it's not news. Elon Musk is used to failure, so that's one of his experiments that would obviously become successful at some point. It always works for him. Well, thank you very much, Mr. Gabriel. We have 1 minute on the clock. We promise you'll be giving your social handles. So for those who'd like to get through to him, how can they do that on social media?
Okay, across social media, my handle is Chuck Dennis, CHUQDENNIS.
Sounds like name of a Hollywood actor.
Something like that.
Can you spell that again?
Chuck Dennis.
CHUQDENNIS.
All right. So
Chuck
whoever
Dennis.
Uses that handle for Instagram,
Everywhere.
Facebook, Twitter, they can get through to you.
Yes, sir.
All right. Thank you for your time. Have yourself a wonderful day, sir.
You too.
Coming up at 1, which is now, is the news update. And after that, it's lunch hour. Don't go anywhere. Setting up businesses. Experts in technology believe that today's businesses grow faster if they adopt technology because technology has the ability to improve efficiency and profitability.
So on the show today, our focus is on how small businesses can take advantage of the digital landscape in growing their businesses. And to do justice to this, we have with us in the studio Mr. Gabriel Eze. He is a product designer and founder of Touchable Pictures, a technology company that develops AI systems using computer vision. You're welcome to the studio.
Thank you very much. Good to be here.
I like how techie guys always act like they know better than everyone else. You know.